What's up, guys? We're back again on another episode of Life in Stereo. What do you guys think about these wildfires in Los Angeles right now?
Premeditated.
Yeah, that's what I said. I agree. I've actually seen a video of. It was a pretty convincing video. I know that's what the videos are meant to do. They're meant to be convincing, kind of like when we're convincing a girl to give us fellatio. But yes, I saw this video. And,
wait, what's your best pickup line? Like, that's what I want to know.
My best pickup line? I don't really think I ever necessarily use pickup lines because I have to be at that certain like drunk level to like even want to talk to a woman.
Yeah.
But actually,
on a day-to-day basis, you approach men. I get it.
Yes.
With the alcohol, you'll make
I remember this one time. Me and Hater were out, and we were down Michael's, and we were having a couple of drinks, and we were there for a little while at this point in time. I was pretty drunk, and these two girls come in. And they're cool. They're like kind of sitting down from us, and they're just bullshitting with us, talking back and forth. But like we weren't talking to them, like, you know what I mean? Like we're kind of. The bar wasn't full, but the bar wasn't empty. I liked the one girl. She was cool. She was a little cute, a little different. She was like a little edgy. And so I started talking to her, but her friend, she was just being that hating, annoying friend to try to like, oh, stay away from my friend and blah, 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 blah. See, I don't have pickup lines. I'm like that asshole. I have like the insults to her friends, but they're funny. Like her friend was wearing a flannel shirt, and I hit her with the "Calm down, old McDonald. I'm talking to her, not you." Her friend started laughing, and once I knew I had her laughing, that was it. It was a wrap. It was cool. I would talk to her. She ended up buying me shots and drinks and all, and it was perfect. It was cool. So I've never really had like a pickup line besides like the corny ass like. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Like one of those ones when a girl's like, I gotta go to the bathroom or whatever. Like it's little stupid stuff like that. I don't really. Why do you have a pickup line?
No, I was just wondering. No, I meant like the convincing part. So basically, what everything sums up to is if you look like Mike, you better be funny.
Yes,
or else you have no chance.
Humor wins them over. Look, man, all you gotta do is this. I'm going to sound like a major piece of shit saying this, but you play off of their insecurities. If a girl thinks she doesn't have a big butt, you compliment her butt and say her butt's nice.
You're giving away too much sauce right now, man. Way too much sauce right there.
Yeah, all the women watching this be like, he did compliment my butt a couple times.
Let it flow naturally.
It's true though. I say Mike is a real. Hack's is an assassin for real. I've seen him out there. I've seen him in action, and it's a slaughter. Usually, it's a slaughter. They usually don't stand a chance. So, but you're giving away too much, man. You're giving away too much sauce.
All right. So look. This one specific time, right? Me and him are out. It's early. We'd go down to the comic book store. Walk around, get chicken on a stick. We'd be getting our grubbing on, chilling, like hanging out, hitting all the little bodega stores and all that. We'd go to a strip district, having fun. We stroll across this random bar, Lefties. I don't know if either one of you were ever there before.
I've heard of it.
Nah.
This was the first time we went was during COVID, I think, right?
I think so.
He's trying to think like, wait, I don't want to admit it was me until I hear the story.
Oh no, this ain't nothing. He's always the innocent one, and I'm always the one that gets in trouble when we're out. And so I can't remember if it was COVID or not the first time we went there, but I
think it was.
We went down, and it was like a little chill.
So
it was a chill crowd.
A little more info though.
No. It was just a chill crowd. It was a nice little vibe. We couldn't sit at the bar. We sat back. They had to serve food, so they gave us free hot dogs and stupid stuff like that.
It was then.
So then, yep. So then COVID was over. We ended up going back down there again, hit the comic book store, chicken on a stick, all that stuff. I'm like, yo, let's go to Lefties. So we're like, all right, cool, yeah. We get up to Lefties. Lefties smacking people outside on the tables. I want to say there was even like a little weird, like live little 2-man band in there. I can't remember, but it's jam packed. Bar's jam packed. We go up, boom, same waitress. Hey, what's up? Hi, get our drinks. We're sitting on the side, right? I have my back to the door. Okay. X is sitting so he can see the people walking in. We're sitting there. We're just kind of hanging out, bullshitting, talking. I feel somebody come up and like pinch my ass cheeks. And I was like, yo, whoa, like, what the hell? And she's like,
he's smiling. He's like, oh, yeah, that was me.
she's like, the lady was like, your butt's out. And she pulled my pants up. And so I was like, this was my end. I was like, oh, you touched my butt. Now I get to touch yours. So she turned around. And you know me, I wasn't just going to touch her butt. I grabbed full palm and all that. I'm on her ass, everything. She's talking to us. These are older chicks. These are older chicks, way older than us.
Yeah. They're definitely
there's some cougars. There are some cougars. They were grandmas. And I'm talking like the old grandmas, not like the young hot grandmas now that are like in their 30s. I'm talking about the old grandmas. Mm-hmm. So they go to the bathroom or whatever. I tell them I said, yeah, come back and we'll have drinks. They go to the bathroom, come back. So there's two of them. We didn't know nothing about them. I just knew that she came in, pulled my pants up, grabbed my butt. I grabbed her butt. Me and X we ain't thinking nothing of it. We like, they ain't coming back, whatever. She comes back over. We're talking, me and her, super cool, talking, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I had like my lip ring in even or something. I can't remember. She said something. Next thing I know, me and her just start making out. Then all of a sudden, you would think one of my best friends sitting there with me would be on the major defense looking out. All of a sudden, I get slapped in the middle of a makeout. Wow. Apparently, the girl, the woman that I was kissing is married to her brother. So it was her sister-in-law who slapped me. So, boom, slaps me. You can't kiss her, blah, blah, blah. But they were cool, though. They were like, oh, we're in town. Our husbands are out on business and blah, blah, blah. And we're from like Cleveland or somewhere. I can't remember where they were from.
Oh, wow.
Man, these old ladies didn't care. They just wanted to party. That's all they wanted to do. That's just one of the stupid examples of fat guy getting love while he's out by making people laugh. That's it. She come up, she pulled my just because my pants were down a little bit, pulled them up, grabbed my ass, I grab hers, comes back, start talking, boom, kiss her, and I get slapped. Bow, hard. It wasn't like it was an easy slap. This was we're at the strip club waiting for the stripper with the big fat ass to come over, and Bobby comes in between us and smacks the stripper's ass as soon as she gets her slap. That's what slap that was.
Oh yeah, that was a nice slap.
With no shirt on. With no shirt on in the middle of the strip club. That's how that happened.
Shirt on. Aaron, one night we went out, me, Bobby, and X. And so we're at the club. We're sitting at the strip club, and we're at the me and X are at the kind of like the very end, the last people to get dances. And this girl had a super fat ass, and I love big butts, so I was pumped up to see this girl. We waited the whole time, and this was a jam-packed night. Bobby was hammered. Bobby was having the time of his life. Yeah. Bobby was walking around erotica with no shirt on.
And I had someone's bra on my shoulder. Like it was just hanging there. I didn't even know it was there.
He's just walking around. So me and X, we're pumped up. This girl's coming with the super big butt that I've been waiting for like a solid 15 minutes. I'm happy. I'm waiting and waiting. Me and X are sitting side by side. Okay. So say I'm here. X is here. Sitting side by side. Girl comes over. Hey, how you guys doing? Super happy. The second she turns around to shake our ass, Bobby fucking dives between us. He was like he slam dunked on her ass, bro. He smacked her ass so
it was hard. The perfect slap. Like the perfect slap. It's like you ever try to high five like a friend, you're like, let's do it as hard as we can. And then you like sometimes you miss, but when you do get it perfect, it's like boing, like
dude. Bobby cracked this girl's ass so hard. I ain't never seen bouncers grab somebody up so fast in my life. Boy.
Yeah, they grabbed me up. I didn't even know they were there. Like for how many surrounded me. Like it was impressive.
Out of nowhere. Just gripped you up with no shirt on. They had to grab you, touch your nipples and everything.
Bobby got yoked up. Yo, that night turned out good. We ended up upstairs in the champagne room. Was it us three and Fig? Was Fig with us that night? I can't remember who was with us. No, Mario.
We was with us.
Yes. And everybody had a girl, right? Aaron, so we're in there. Everyone has their own girl. Bobby was turned facing the one corner with the one girl. Weave was in the other corner. I was over with one, and X is like sitting on the couch. He had one. We're all like kind of sitting there talking. For some reason, and still to this day, I don't know why. Look at Bobby starting to smirk and laugh. He knows what I'm about to say. For some reason, Bobby decided to take his clothes off, or start to take his clothes off, and put the dancer's clothes on.
Well, no, see what happened was I wanted to dance for them. Like I was like, nah, you're getting the dance.
Did they smell any of the clothes or were
that was good.
And she was good. No.
I wasn't wearing their stuff. They were kind of hanging it like on my head. I just left it there.
I had two girls. I had one standing over me this way, one standing over me this way. So all ass and puss right here. And they used my head as a ping pong ball. My head was just barrel back and forth. We had some good adventures. And that, my friends, was the last time Mr. Payday on the Beat ever had a credit card, because he cut it up that night after his bill was $10,000 that next day.
Yeah. Don't put him out there. Man, you gonna get a knock at the door. It's gonna be the IRS.
No, it was my debit card. I don't have a debit card. I have credit cards.
That's right. It was his debit card. Yeah. So after that night, Bobby learned a very valuable lesson. He never ever told anybody, just stay out and keep the card and just keep ringing it up. He never told anybody that ever again.
I thought I was in love, you know what I mean? But they were charging me by the hour. That's what happened. I woke up broke and brokenhearted.
Oh man, that was an adventure, boy. That was
with a stripper.
Hey, that was Bobby, full hearted that night. Full. Oh,
was that your first time at a strip club, Bobby?
No. No, I thought I was in love. I forgot that they had my card and they were running up the tab.
That girl ran Bobby for so much money. She was so happy. She was telling Bobby everything. Bobby's telling her he's going to buy her the world. And she was like, I want Earth and I want Mars. And Bobby's like, yeah, baby, I got it. Put it on the card.
They let us stay there like after the club closed.
Bro, we were there till like 6 in the morning, like 6:30 in the morning.
Were you getting private dances?
Yeah, we had a whole room.
We had the room.
They just kept bringing us bottles of alcohol, not a drink. They were bringing us full bottles like of alcohol. I remember I drank so much Grey Goose that night. Oh man,
that was an adventure.
I actually was just watching a video of Bobby, and I think I actually sent it to you. I sent it in the group chat actually. Aaron, remember the video? I think you watched it of Bobby puking at the back of my car.
It was probably around one of those times.
Yeah, it was definitely around one of those times.
Oh my.
Bobby's literally puking at the back of my car, and A-Rob was yelling, suck it up. I can't remember what he was saying.
He was like, come on, you're a grown man, get up.
Yeah, he's like, you're a grown man, we don't fucking puke. And then finally, like, he was like sounding all mean and asshole-ish. And then he comes over and he's like, are you okay, Bob? Are you all right for real?
Yeah, I was bad. I wasn't moving at all.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby was like frozen, down on his knees, like crouched down, just puking. Like, oh, man, it was so funny.
How many people you think threw up in the back of your car or in the vicinity of your car back in them days?
Oh, in those days? Well, I can tell you, Aaron, I can tell you a really funny story that us three were a part of. So us three and my good friend Dante and my Uncle Chuck. My Uncle Chuck, he's a big guy. You've never met him. Uncle Chuck's 6'6", like 750 pounds, 700 pounds. He's probably less than that now, but he's a pretty big guy. He kept saying he wanted to come out with us. He wanted to hang out with us. He would come to Michael's with us a couple times, but he would never come to the strip club. So finally this night we got him to come to the strip club with us too. So we're at the strip club hanging out. Uncle Chuck's pretty hammered. Well, actually, everyone's drunk but me. I was drunk, and then I slowed down because I knew I had to drive everybody home. And my uncle lived up in Mount Washington at the time. So in the club, X is puking in between the couches in the corner in the back room. We're like sitting in the back. He's puking back there.
Oof.
So we knew at that point, all right, it's time to rock and roll, get everyone cleaned up. Oh, and to top this off, this day I got my truck washed and waxed. It was nice as hell, and it was shining beautiful, like beautiful clean. So I get Bobby, X, D Jones, and my uncle corralled up in the car. They all wanted me to take them home first, which they all lived in the rocks at the time. Logically, that would have been smart. But I knew if I took them home first, I would fall asleep driving back home from Mount Washington. So, because I'd have been by myself. So I was like, no, you guys have to come with me. You guys have to come with me. That was a mistake. Driving down 51, Dante's hanging his head out my window, and I could see in my driver mirror, he's just puking. There's puke just flying all over my truck. I was thankful it was outside my truck. It wasn't in it though. But puke's just like flying everywhere. Yeah, all over the place. We get up there, boom, get my uncle in his house. He goes in the garage and he sits down in the garage and he's chilling. I'm like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm cool. I was like, all right. I think you want me to wait till you get upstairs? He's like, no, go ahead, go home. I'll talk to you later. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go back, drive back home, drop X off, drop Dante off. I don't know if you puked outside the truck. I think you did puke outside the truck when you got out, X, but I can't remember. But
I can't remember.
I know. So we get everyone out. Bobby, I think when we got to your house, Bobby, I think that's when you started puking, or you puked.
I'm good at not throwing up inside the vehicle. Like I'll kind of hold it in.
I remember when we went out for Dante's birthday, we had a limo, and Dante was puking in the limo all over himself, all over his shoes, puking everywhere. But it was his birthday, so like, whatever. Bobby was like holding it in. He's like, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. And Bobby just kept saying it and saying it. And the second the limo stopped and the door opened, Bobby like dove over people,
out,
like literally over people onto the ground and just puked everywhere. Puked everywhere, all over. But people who puked around my truck, in it, or the vicinity of it, it was tons of it. I can't even keep track because I had, at the time, I had one of the bigger vehicles, so we could fit. I had 3-row seating, so everybody would pile in. So we'd have like 7 to 8 people in my truck at all times. And yeah, dude, somebody every weekend, somebody was puking every weekend. It was there. I honestly, I can't even count. Like there, over, under, probably over, easily over 20, 30 people.
Oh wow!
With ease. That's like with ease. You ever puke after leaving the club, Aaron?
Oh yeah. Let's see, back in like Matrix days, made it home. Then I did. From there, I never really did it like outside of there, but somehow would like make it home, and then I would like, I don't know how I did it. Or and I would just.
I hate like when it's the next day and then you throw up everything.
Oh yeah,
dude. Yeah, let me puke and then let me just pass out and like be over and done with it. The funniest puking story actually that I could think of that I was involved with. I mean, I wasn't the one puking, but we're down Bethany. At my brother went to college in West Virginia, so we're down there, played football and everything. So we would go down there on the weekends, watch his games, and then hang out and go out to the one bar down there. It was kind of like a Michael's / Kennedy's mixed. It was a nightclub, like it had a big giant dance floor and everything. So we're down there, and Sean Burge was with me, and me, Burge, B. Reed, and a couple other people would go down there every weekend. So we're on the dance floor, dancing, talking, mingling, all that stuff. As we're standing there, like conversating like we are right now, Burge just pukes on the floor and keeps talking like it's normal. Like he's like, "Hey guys, yeah, what's going on? I'm going to go," blah. And then I walked down to the store and I bought a pizza, blah, and then I ate some food, blah. But he was doing it so fluently that like I feel like I couldn't have been the only one that saw him doing it, but nobody acknowledged it. And then instead of like just like being like, yo, someone threw up on the floor. No, you want to know what Burge did? Burge started kicking it at people.
Oh, man.
He throw up at people, like literally on the dance floor. And then eventually someone was like, hey, someone threw up, and they like backed everyone up and cleaned it up. But no one ever knew it was him. The whole time he's just sitting there kicking. and just kicking and just kicking. But then it was fun. You ever have any good college parties, Aaron?
I remember, this is like unrelated to college, but I remember house party, Tom Brady's last season, that weekend when the Steelers beat the Buccaneers 20-18. That's it. That's how I remember it too. There was a party, like co-workers that I worked with are having like a special thing, whatever. And they're like, where's Aaron? Next thing you know, they're like looking for me. And I'm in my car. I'm like, I'm fine. I'll just lay in here and like throw up. I had like bags under my seat plastic. Instead of going outside the car door, I'm like using these plastic bags, but I'm right there. I could have just used outside or like thrown up outside, but I'm like,
you're just puking in your car.
Yeah. Then eventually, I'm like, after a while, like slept off a little bit. It's like 3 a.m, about that time. And I'm still in the car and I decide to drive home all the way. It's like from Beaver from Aliquippa to where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And I have like bags of puke driving with bags.
You didn't throw the bags of puke out. You just kept them in your car?
I stopped by a gas station and then put them in the garbage in there. But
driving around with bags of puke in your car. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. All right. So back to the original topic.
I know this was supposed to be about wildfires, right?
Yeah. So I don't believe that. I believe they're all fake because of just after watching the video I watched.
Fake.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What's fake mean?
So in this video, I mean, I believe they're real fires, obviously, but I believe that they were caused on purpose. This video I watched, this dude breaks it down and explains it as so. The city of Los Angeles wants to have the Olympics there, but they don't have enough space or whatever. And then they also want to build I don't know if it's a bullet train. It's some type of traveling from one part of California to another, but they wanted to go through LA but they would have to like knock down buildings and houses to build this, whatever it is, mode of travel. I think it's a bullet train, but I could be wrong. I can't remember that exactly, but so apparently some college professors and students invented this crazy laser that can shoot. It's like a laser beam, but it catches stuff on fire. Like, I know we can buy them ourselves and do that stuff.
Direct energy weapons or whatever.
Yeah. And apparently this specific one that they're talking about that was supposedly used out there to cause all this one wouldn't affect the color green and blue for some reason.
Blue, right? Yeah, the blue.
Yeah. So if you watch this video, which we can post in the link, we can link to this. But if you watch the video, the dude has the laser and it shows it burning through everything. Then it stops on a color blue, stops on a color green. And if you look at all the pictures and videos, there's trees still standing with leaves completely covered in leaves and grass below them, but the houses are completely destroyed around them. Like I'm talking like 2 feet away and 3 feet away, completely burned to the ground, destroyed. But all the houses out there that have them blue roofs, all those ones weren't touched and weren't affected or nothing at all. So it's weird. Usually I don't fall into like conspiracy theories ever. Like I'm just like, no, whatever, something happened. Usually there's some sort of scientific fact defending it that I'm like, no, this could have occurred. Even if it's a 1% chance of that happening, it could still occur. But like with this, I don't know, man. This is like one of the ones that like I really fell into this, and I'm just like, no, I wholeheartedly believe that this is something that where are they like pointing the laser from? It could be a drone. It could be anything. They had it. They had it up in anything. It could be anything flying by. It could be a helicopter. It could be sitting up on the Hollywood sign, like, and the fire just hits and spreads. It's not like they have to hold it very long. This was like almost like spontaneous combusting. Like when it hit, it just it came up right away. Like it was pretty crazy because, yeah, like I said, like I don't fall hard into the conspiracy theorist and all that stuff, but this one's like really there's a lot of reasoning behind it. And also a lot of homeowners insurance companies out there pulled from their insurance policies like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. A lot of them pulled the wildfires and fires from their policies. So if a wildfire happened, which that supposedly is, their homes aren't covered. There was just too many blocks stacking up that this video made me believe that this shit was man caused, and it has too much backing to me, like for reason for them to do it. Because now they don't need it. Those people, all their houses are gone now. So it's like, imagine your house burns down right now. Everything you own's in your house. It's burned and gone. Your insurance, your homeowner's insurance ain't covering it. So you're screwed. Are you going to keep that piece of land now that's worthless to you because you don't have the money to rebuild your home? Or are you going to sell it to the city of Los Angeles, who's going to offer you $20,000, $30,000 for it? That way you at least recoup your money and you can move away and go buy a new house, put a down payment on a new house, or rebuy everything that's in your house at least. Like, it's just too much to me that, like, there's too much backing that it's like, yeah, to me, it all makes sense.
So odd. Yeah. So do you think it's like the Hawaii situation? What happened in Hawaii, that mysterious fires that when Hawaii, the island. Oh
yeah, because the insurance companies did the same thing over there too. They pulled all their stuff too. They actually talk about that in that video. I didn't know too much about that, but it was just a weird coincidence. The same thing. The insurance companies pulled the wildfires from their coverage, and then all of a sudden there was all those fires breaking out.
What was the cause of the Hawaii fires? Was it like a laser? Or?
The same theory behind it, or the same thought, where it was a powerful laser from somewhere that's initiated
when was the Hawaii fire? I never even heard about Hawaii having fires.
Like a year or two ago, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about it until that video, and then I seen it in there. They were like, people in the comments were talking about that too, that happening and all that.
You just never know what's real anymore. That's the problem. You know what I mean? They can make these documentaries and make everything seem legit, and then, I mean, this stuff can really be happening like they saying. You know what I mean? And the news is not going to tell us, obviously. So it's, that stuff keeps me up at night all the time. But
they only tell us what they want us to believe.
Right.
And I wholeheartedly believe that. And it's funny, people always like say stuff, and like my one buddy Ace always says to me, "Oh, did you watch the news?" Nope, you didn't watch the news. I know you don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. The news is always depressing. That's why I don't watch the news. The only time I will honestly watch the news, this is going to sound crazy because I'm not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm a fan of football. I'm a Cowboy fan, just like X down below. You can see it. I am a Pirates fan, even though the Pirates stink. But the only time I will watch the news is when any hometown sport team is doing good, because then they show, look at this Cowboy Mickey.
Oh, that's cool.
Cowboy Mickey.
That's cool. Yeah,
But the only time I watch the news is when the hometown team is doing good and winning, because then it seems like the news is all positive. Other than that, you see houses burning down, you see people getting shot, kids getting murdered and raped and all that stuff. Them talking about overdose percentages and all. I don't want to be depressed watching the news. That's like, I can't even watch Law and Order all the time, because that's depressing sometimes too.
All the Pittsburgh teams stink. So.
Yeah. So especially when the teams are doing terrible, I will avoid the news at all cost. Only if one team is doing specifically good, then it seems like the news is positive. And you're like, oh my God, look, someone from Pittsburgh just won the Mega Millions too. It's at the same time as what our hometown team's doing good. Like the news is just depressing, man. It's like.
You said something right there, though. You said you don't even watch Law and Order. How do women watch these crime shows over and over? I don't understand it. It's the same thing. I'm depressed if I sit there and watch CSI or First 48 or any of those just over and over. It's just I don't want to see all that all day, but they love it. These women
they will watch all that.
Stop, man.
They'll watch crime dramas and all that crap. They will watch all of that.
Documentaries, all of that, bro. Over and over though. Like that, I'm like, yo, don't you want to put a cartoon on or something, man? Or it's Barney or something. Like you gotta add something lighthearted into this, man. They just be watching. Yeah, and this one stabbed this one. This wife, she wanted the insurance money, and I'm like, man, what? Why do you even watch all of this? Like,
and then they turn around, and they're black-hearted, and they're like, F you get on my nerves, you drive me. Like, I just asked you if you wanted a drink. I have watched SVU a lot, but it's been on TV for over 20 years with essentially the same characters over and over again, which is cool. But like, I can only watch like maybe one episode like every couple days. I can't sit there and watch it for 5 hours straight. I can't do that. Like, I don't know how people do that when like they're like, oh, Law and Order SVU marathon is on all for the next 17 hours. I'm like, well, who the hell's going to sit here and watch this? Like, people were into that Jeffrey Dahmer documentary movies series, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
Girls were into that shit. Like, you understand? Like, he's killing these people.
Oh yeah, real life.
Three episodes in. By episode 3, I'm like, all right, I'm over this, man. I can't sit here and watch this no more. Like, I didn't finish it. That's how I go. I can't sit there and watch that just depressing, especially when it's real. Like, I don't want to see that shit, man.
I was not.
I know what happened, so like, what I want to relive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Everybody was talking about that too. That thing was hot. Everybody was doing that.
Yeah. And it was like aspects of it they almost tried to make you feel bad for him. There was like parts of it where it was almost like they were like
sympathetic towards him.
Yeah, like he was like so messed up. You're supposed to feel like sympathy towards him. It's like
people dressing as him as Halloween, even.
Dude, a lot of people did dress as him as Halloween. You know what else? I've noticed a lot of women that liked the TV show Dexter. A lot of women like that show too. I like Dexter. Dexter was cool.
It is good. But women do like it. You're right. They do like
women like it.
Killers.
Yes. Prime example. That was me and Bobby. We were psycho just like that damn show. That was
everyone says I should watch it because that main character reminds them of me.
Yes.
They tell me that all the time.
X, you don't remember me? That's because you don't know enough about Bobby with his girl.
I watched like the first and second episode, I think. And then like the dude was watching the girl he liked with another guy. I was like, no, that's not me. I'm not watching it.
Bro, it gets deep.
And I gave up.
You gets deep, boy. I think I stopped watching it when they had the kid and he was like, he was fucking that hot librarian. Because it's crazy because that librarian was fine as hell too. The girl with the short hair, the little
yeah. No, when they went to England, I think, or France, somewhere over Europe. That's when I stopped watching. I didn't, but I did watch up until that.
Yeah, Bobby, you watch you a little more, man. You'll be like, you know what?
Is it like one season, 2 seasons?
No, I think it's 3 or 4.
3. Maybe I'll watch it then.
It's definitely good, man. It's definitely a good series. Yeah, I couldn't believe
it's worth watching. It's worth watching. I'd say watch it. It just, like I said, it gets a little weird after he leaves America because it's like, all right, bro, he left so he wouldn't get caught, but it's like he should have got caught. Like, come on. That season in America, he should have got caught.
Bobby, it gets to the point to where like the first episode or 2, you're like, yo, this guy's creepy because like he's thinking and it's narrating it, and like the stuff he's saying is like, you don't like that? Why are you drinking that coffee? That's not the flavor you like. And then it's like, oh, you're writing with a purple pen today. Why? You hate purple. You only like writing in black. Like, it's like creepy stuff like that. And you're like, yo, this guy's a weirdo. But then somehow they twist it and you're rooting for this psycho to like get the girl. And you're like, what the fuck? It's like crazy.
Yeah, that is some real shit. They definitely twist you into relating to his psycho.
Where you're like, all right, I guess I can understand him being like this. Like, you're like, no, I get it. But like, really, logically, if you take a step back, you're like, hold up, I just watched 3 episodes. This guy is crazy and I should not be agreeing with this psycho. And Bobby, it'll be like, she'll be eating a muffin and she'll take a bite of it and her eyes, she'll make a weird taste and he'll be like, you thought that was blueberries, but really it's cherries. Or he'll say like weird, like, yeah, you're just like, yo, this guy's creepy. And then his disguise every time is just a hat and some sunglasses. That's it. That's all his disguise ever is. He'd be like standing behind a telephone pole, like you can see your body, and he's just like creepily back behind him. Like, yeah, it's like, it's so weird and funny, but like the stuff he like says, you're just like, yo, he's like wowed. Be like, oh, like her like dress will like the strap will fall down off the side. And he'll say like some creepy sexual stuff, but then he's like, but no, you're not like that. You don't like it like that. You like it nice. And it's like so creepy and weird. But you catch yourself cheering for this weirdo, this psycho, and it's like, it's nuts, but it's a really, really good series. I need to actually finish it. I know we spoke about this before, but just like 50 Shades of Grey. Girls love that. But again, to me, the only reason girls love that is because he was a millionaire and he had money, and men having that type of money women are more subjective to doing whatever they want sexually or whatever, because he manipulates them and controls them with the money. He can buy them whatever he wants and do whatever. If women really like that type of stuff, they wouldn't be fantasizing about it in a book and a TV and a movie. They would be doing it at home with their boyfriends and husbands.
I think it's up to the guy. I think the mistake is guys letting the woman tell them what they like. You know what I mean? You dictate what she likes. You know what I mean? Like she pretty much gonna like whatever you tell her to like. You know what I mean? So it might sound a little crazy, but
that's how it is, especially
you know what I mean? Like they'll be like, oh, I don't do this. Well, okay, you didn't do this with this person, but you're gonna do this now and you won't like it. And I mean I
like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most girls is like that. Most girls do whatever their guy wants to do if they really like that guy. It's when they don't like him is where they won't do what he wants.
You guys ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? X just basically just made out it's called The Implication. Dennis, he's like the main dude. He's like a womanizer and all that, and he's like always has different women and manipulates women and shit, right? So listen. So they're in a store. They're in like a hardware store, right? And they have a boat, and he's trying to convince this chick he's gonna take her out on a boat. And he's like telling her, like he's like telling his friends this. He's like, yeah. He's like telling them the plan. He got like a step-by-step plan and like a little guide. And he's like saying all this stuff. And everyone's looking at him like, what you're saying is it's going to be rape. That's creepy. He's like, no. He was like, it's not rape. It's the implication that it could happen. So they'll let it happen. He's like trying to justify. He's like, because if not, we're out on a boat in the middle of the ocean, just her and me. So if she doesn't want to do it, it's what she thinks could happen to her if she doesn't do it. I'm like, Jesus, this guy's rotten, boy.
That ain't what I was saying, goddamn it.
That was nothing like what he was saying.
That ain't what I was going with it, but damn. But yeah, you can't be like, yeah, so what do you like doing? No, hell no. They can't even decide what they want to eat, and you want to let them decide what they like sexually? Come on, man. Let's be serious. I mean, and 50 Shades of Grey, that I read the book, and I'm glad I read it because it kind of back then it kind of like got me back into like reading books again. But that book is terrible. It's so badly written. I mean, it's terrible. And I read the whole thing. I was entertained, but it's a poorly written book. But you know, I guess they like that, like you said, the millionaire and all that shit. But that liking to do all that crazy shit, any girl will do that for any guy they like. I mean, if you got a girl that like you, that's your woman that's been down with you for a minute, you could get her to do all that shit.
Yeah, especially if you tell them like, you know, this is what I want to do or this is what I want to try.
Yeah, she'll be down with it. If she won't do it, then she don't like you. That's all. Or she's over you, or
if not, then
it ain't that deep. You know what I mean? Like
you can always take them on a weekend cabin trip, just you and her alone, and you do the implication.
Implication.
All that good stuff.
I'm kidding. We here at Life Instereo do not support any type of like
no
that
implications.
At all. No implications here at all. None.
Man, you're gonna get banned quick.
No, man. We all have daughters. I would never, ever, 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 ever wish that on my daughter ever. Like never, man. It's that ain't funny. Like, geez, man. We all got daughters. I'm not like, no. Like, boy, I'll tell you this. Like, so,
no shit, man.
That's because Aaron don't got kids, man. Damn. I'll tell you this. Look, so Freya will be 3 in April. When we found out Tyler was pregnant, I was really nervous and scared because I was nervous, really extremely nervous of having a daughter. Like, because I obviously have 2 sons. My sons are a lot older than her. So I was really nervous at first. And I was like, man, this is going to be hard. Like, and I just thought, like, I know a lot of fucking hoes and whores. And I was like, please, Lord, please. Like, I'm going to try to raise her with such strong values of like life and everything that I do not want her to turn into one of them. That's my biggest fear. That was why I never wanted to have a daughter. And the problem now is that Owen and Jalen are so much older than Freya that like they really can't smack around a boyfriend because they're going to be too old that they'll get in trouble. So like, it's, man, I mean,
they can.
They can, yeah.
They can. I mean,
you know what? I'll have to make Owen and Jaden put the implication on Freya's boyfriends that they can get smacked around.
Yeah, there you go. They absolutely do it. It don't matter how old they is.
And I was so mean to women in general, like too, for such a long time in my life that I don't want none of my bad karma to fall into my daughter, man. That was like the main thing that I was really nervous about, like, for real, seriously having a daughter. But like, Bobby, you have a daughter, X got a daughter, Mario, Dante, everyone has a daughter. So I was like, man, all right, I guess I'll be all right. Like, pretty cool. But
hey, this is my first time talking to Aaron before, but man, listen.
Yeah.
That we talking about 50 Shades of Grey. That foot shit, man. Oh my God, man. Wait.
So now you're famous.
Yeah.
Someone recognized you.
In fact, in fact, in erotica, which is now Club 412.
Club 412. It was like Imperium or something. Yeah, it was Imperium, and then they switched it to Club 412.
Damn, I didn't know.
But all right, so what about Club 412, Aaron? What about them?
Oh, there's actually another podcast that I do.
Yeah, that was what was it? Barjutsu? Was it that one?
Yeah, it was that one, and it was like last year, an episode from last year where we were in erotica and like some of the dancers were on the show, and we got into the topic of feet, toe sucking and things like that. And I was like, I like feet, and like he was explaining that to them too. And the one girl there was like,
stuck her foot right in your mouth.
Yeah, she was like, I want my toes sucked. Can you do it now? And they were nice feet.
Oh.
Too. She had the flip flops on, like, and she was like ready to go. She was in regular clothes, but she's like, okay. And I just like deep throated her foot almost, like it was like halfway. I had the foot in my mouth. It was like looking the soul.
I was with you until you said deep throat. God damn. But I ain't mad at it, man. Fuck it. Put the goddamn foot in.
Yeah. I was like
oh, that's crazy.
Fucking breathing.
On live too. It's like live. I didn't care.
That's his thing for real. That shit was hilarious, man. Bringing them, and you had 2 of them, man. Did they come in individual?
What were their names?
Kaylin and Jade. Yeah, they came
individually.
came together actually. It was like a box. And it was like fuzzy paper over it. I unwrapped it. I was like so happy, like a kid on Christmas. I'm like, oh my God.
You got the whole pair together, huh? A pair of feet, like a box of shoes.
And I could take them to bed with me.
Jeez Louise, man, that was crazy.
All I can picture right now, Aaron just pulling the feet up like,
no one knew the cover. See the feet.
Shit, I got tears running down my face. Oh, that shit was so funny, dog.
You should stick them in a pair of old boots so they can get like feet smell to them, maybe.
No. If you're gonna do that, it can't be your boots. Right, you gotta put them in a girl's pair of shoes or something. Hey, Aaron will be at the gym stealing a girl pair of sweaty fucking workout shoes.
when they're not looking, it's like look, grab it. Like he's look like the size.
He's look like they'll fit. I was gonna say I can't say I've never been obsessed with a specific body part. Like it was tits. It's definitely ass for sure, 100%. Ridiculous. That's exactly how Tyler got me. It was her ass. That's all it was. That was it. That was it, boy.
Do you ever smell the seat?
Oh shit!
I definitely smelled the seed. No, never. I've never smelled the seed.
No dedication.
That's a creepcation. That ain't dedication. That's creepycation. Yeah. That's nah.
Yeah, no.
You know what I have? You know what I have done now? I have when I'm like when I was like folding laundry and shit, I've taken her underwear and put her on my head and pretended I was like Spider-Man, like I was wearing a Spider-Man mask and shit.
That's cool. Yeah, that's your lady. Yeah, of course. That's.
I have done that. Yeah. I've never done that alone because that would be extra weird. It's always like when she's there.
She walks in.
We're doing laundry or folding laundry or something. Never look. That'd be extra creepy. Yeah, could you imagine like your girlfriend just walking in and you have a pair of her underwear on your head and you're sitting there making Spider-Man poses like shooting fucking webs. All right, everyone. That's it for this episode of Life in Stereo. I am poppahack. As always, Payday on the beat. Aaron Rodgers, Romeo. The Hater X-Men. We will see you guys later.